Morning, everyone. How are y'all? It's midnight, 12:25 right now, and I'm having a wonderful breakfast. Normal stuff I eat because nobody else cares. And it's actually not that they don't care. It's that we just don't have money. I know how that feels, man. I have been getting a lot of sleep though. But it's not that my family doesn't care, it's just we've been having a lot of problems lately. And I've just haven't been eating a lot. It's not that I'm picky, and I would eat if I could. I mean, I guess I am pretty picky, but I would eat if I could. If there was actually something I could handle. Not handle, I'm trying to look for the word that I can, like, deal with. That I might not like it, but I'll eat it. Stuff like that. And then there's the stuff that Lauren cooks, which is completely vegan, and I don't have anything against vegans, I just don't like the food because it's tasteless. And then there's tofu. Lauren likes to fry tofu. Not fry it, but I don't know what you call it, but it tastes weird to me. But we've been having a lot of money problems, and I just haven't been eating. And I haven't been going outside a lot. Though yesterday I did go on a 2.5 hour hike in the woods with Catnip and Willow, her cousin. But it was really nice to get some fresh air and relax with the dragonflies. There were so many dragonflies. It was amazing. But we just haven't had enough money to go shopping for even little things. We could barely even get a bag of Doritos, like a bag this big that was like, I think it was almost $5. But I guess I'll be losing some more weight. It's not very good. Because my stomach is shrinking. I bet you, if I still had my appetite, which I lost a while ago because I just am so depressed, but I bet you, if I still had my appetite and I ate 6 of these, all 6, that I would instantly feel sick because I ate too much. I bet you that. That's just how small my stomach is right now. Because I just haven't been eating a lot. So that's wonderful. Lauren and I don't talk a lot, which is good, I guess. Because she normally leaves the house around noon when she's actually supposed to leave at 2. Though that's only happened at least twice this week. Normally I'm asleep because I don't want to deal with anything. I'm normally asleep all day, and then when I go downstairs to eat around this time, I only eat a little bit because my stomach is just... And then I do have frozen pizzas in the freezer in the garage, but I don't have any non-stick spray to put on the pan. And we have olive oil stuff, but it's gonna make the oven smoke, which is no. So that's just how everything's been going. I'm starving. And like I said, it's not because they're neglecting me or anything. It's just our problems right now. Because Eloise just had a $700 pet bill. Hello. Eloise just had a $700 vet bill because she has, I think it's something wrong with her liver or kidneys. I can't remember. But from now on, we're going to have to get her some prescribed pet food and stuff, which is gonna take a lot out of us. I just want a break from everything. Just maybe go camping. Yeah. Camping would be amazing. Maybe a little fishing too. If we didn't move into this freaking house that's so expensive, and if we just didn't move into the house, we'd be fine. If we just moved into a smaller house somewhere else, everything would be okay. But everyone has their own money they can spend for themselves. And then there's me. I'm just sitting alone in a corner with no money, no food. I know I should probably get a job or something, but I'm only 14. No one's going to hire me. Hell, I would fucking work at the gas station if I could. But I can't. 'Cause I'm too young. And I know I could go outside and mow some lawns like my brother tells me to. But I'm not that strong, and that 2.5 hour hike took a lot out of me, so I can't imagine mowing lawns. Like, I was actually about to pass out, man. And I've been so hungry and disoriented. I just haven't been able to think, and then fucking life, man. But I know all this downhill will soon go back up, and everything will be fine. I'm sure of it. When Mom retires, we'll get a good paycheck, and we'll be able to move in a good house. Not this fucking thing. I'm sure everything will be okay in like October or something. I'm sorry. I'm thinking. Just wondering why I still try. And my mom and Lauren always tell me if I'm really hungry, I'll eat anything. No, it's not how I work. You should know that by now. And thanks. And I'm not being picky or anything. And everyone acts like it's always my fault, 'cause I just want some food. I ask if we could go to McDonald's or something, and they get mad at me. It's mostly Lauren and Josh. They always tell me that I spend so much of my mom's money, but I'm a kid. I don't have my own money. And Lauren has stopped paying me for watching Atticus. And either way, she never paid me enough. I only get paid $40 a month for watching Atticus. And I say that's unfair. I say that's really unfair. And then, like, I do so much around the house when I'm not asleep and exhausted. I do so much around the house, but no one even notices. I don't get a thank you for wiping off the counters or a thank you for sweeping the floor or any of that. And then I'm always having to be, they always complain that they're always telling me to unload the dishwasher. And I do that, and then I do something else without being asked, and they don't notice. And if they do, they don't say anything. And everyone's always telling me off about my room. And I can't help that I'm a mess right now. Lauren thinks she's so much better, but she's not. My mom's room is where Lauren sleeps, and it's a mess. And Atticus, Jesus Christ, man. He takes everything out of the drawers, and Lauren doesn't even pick it up. And then she gets mad at us when we don't clean up his cars. She's like, well, I worked almost 12 hours today. Yeah? What's your point? So is everyone else. You think you're so much better, but you're not. And she calls me lazy, and she just makes me feel so worthless. And at this point, I think I am. I can't do anything around the house because I'm always asleep, because I'm just so tired, and they don't notice how much I'm depressed. They never notice. And that's the reason I've been sleeping so much, because I'm depressed. And I do try. When I'm awake, I do try to do stuff. I try to offer help, but everyone's like, no, I've got it. And then they call me lazy later. And I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I'm questioning why I'm still here, why I'm still alive, why I even matter. Because it just seems like I don't. It seems like I don't matter. Because my family just doesn't care. They don't care to feed me, and I've lost 10 pounds because I haven't been eating. And they're pushing me back to the brink of where I just want to cut. But I'm not, because I don't want to break that 6 months of no cutting. But it's starting to seem like that'll help. But I know if I do, and I end up showing someone because I break, they'll send me off to the hospital again, and they don't understand that it never helps. They don't notice that the hospitals just make me worse, because I get homesick really easily. When I'm homesick, I'm really depressed. And I try to be happy. I try to be a good daughter, but I can't. I can't be a good daughter because I'm never awake and I'm never helping, and I can't help with the bills because I'm too young to do anything. And I just want to help. I want to make everything better. But I can't. I can't do anything. And I know it. But I still want to try. I still want to help people. And I do try to help people. And everyone tells me to take my own advice, but it's really hard for how long I've had this depression. I've had it since I was 7, and I've known that it's bad. And the only thing that really stopped me from cutting at that age is because my babysitter, she told me if I cut, I would go to hell. But 2 years ago, I snapped. And I cut. And I just felt so bad. And after that, it became a habit, an addiction. I brought razors to school because school is so hard for me. It's just, I can't be around people. It's really hard for me to be around society because of all the demands and the way people want everyone to look. And it's hard. It really is. Because I can't meet those demands. Thanks, guys. But I know some of y'all have to go to public school and y'all can't go to homeschool like I do. I know it's probably worse for you guys. And I know it's so much worse for other people. Anyone would give anything to live how I am, and I know that. But Lauren and everyone constantly telling me that makes me feel worse. Because they make me feel like I'm spoiled and ungrateful, but I am grateful. I am. I just never know how to show it. I try to be good. I try to get good grades. And the reason I'm like this is because most of my life I've had no friends. I guess I had a few in kindergarten, but from 1st through 6th, I had no friends. And actually, it was pretty much 7th. I had almost no friends. I probably had like 3, and I only got to see them during gym. And I don't know. Of course, y'all are already my friends. I trust y'all. Or I hope I can. I know I have a pretty good life, but that doesn't stop the depression. Even for rich people, depression can hit them, and they just want more and more. And I guess that's how I am. I just want more. I just really, like I said, from 1st through pretty much 7th grade, I've had no friends, and I just wanted attention, and my mom was never home. And I would just always crave her attention, and that's why I would always freak out at school, because I just wanted her attention and everyone else's, because I never got attention. From 1st through 5th grade, I pretty much had tantrums almost every day at school because I just craved attention. Because my sisters never gave it to me, my brother never gave it to me, my mom rarely gave it to me. Unless I was having a tantrum. Then I would get attention, and it was bad because I would get yelled at and punished, but it was still attention. Someone was noticing me, and I didn't feel invisible. I remember always playing alone at the playground, trying to talk to other kids. I remember we had this huge, this like long thing with a pole at the top, where you could like hang off of. I remember always climbing up there with some kids and talking to them, and it was little conversations, but it was still something to me. I was still being noticed. Fort Gordon was honestly a major part of this depression. Especially the school, the elementary and middle school. I think we had the same. Yeah, it was an elementary and middle school. But that school was a major part of this because of how bad I was treated there. This one teacher, Miss Ford, back then I loved to draw. I still do, as y'all know. But back then I was like on the peak of creativity. And I loved to draw for my teachers and see them smile. But this one teacher, we were doing a test or something. I can't quite remember, and I finished it, but she didn't know that. I drew her something, and I walked up to her and gave it to her, and she said, "Stop drawing, you need to work." And she tore it up and threw it in the trash. She tore something up, something that I worked hard on, something that meant a lot to me, and threw it in the trash. And when my mom heard that, she was so mad. And it was then when everything started to get so much worse, to the point my tantrums would turn from sadness to anger. I would flip desks, throw things, throw chairs. The principal would have to go and get me, and the principal, I could actually talk to her. I felt like she was the only person I could talk to back then. And then in 4th grade, I think it was, she retired. And I was alone again. Though 4th grade, I did meet one of my favorite and most important teachers. Like, she's the most important in my life because she was there as well. Anytime I wouldn't have a tantrum all day in her class, in her class, if I didn't have a tantrum in her class and I would do my work, she would give me a Jolly Rancher at the end of the day. And that made me so happy. I felt like I was loved, and that that I actually did something right. Every time I got that Jolly Rancher, I was so happy and proud of myself. And then there was when we moved to Ludowici. I met some of my favorite teachers. Miss Peterson was definitely my favorite because she always encouraged me. It made me feel good about myself because I had what'd she call it, like a math sense or something like that. I'm crazy good at math. Math is my best subject. But Miss Peterson was also my math teacher. And though I did have this math sense, I always got bad grades because I never tried. I didn't want to try. But when I did try, I would get like 100s each time, 90s to 100s. And she'd just be like, "Good job. I knew you could do it," and stuff like that. And then I moved back to Augusta here. And I met my first year of having all male teachers. I've never had one male teacher my whole life. I remember like meeting them and stuff, and the reason I'm homeschooled right now is because of them. Mr. Beatty and Kuntant, or Mr. C as we all call him, they didn't understand. I had that little paper that tells the teacher, hey, this kid has like depression or anxiety or learning disability. Be careful with them or something like that. But they didn't care, especially Mr. Beatty. The reason I'm homeschooled is because one day I was having a mental breakdown, and I asked him multiple times if I could go to the counselor or go to the bathroom to calm myself down, and he just kept telling me no. Even though it was obvious that I was having a mental breakdown and that I needed to talk or calm down. And then when I finished whatever we were working on, and I started texting King Jessica, because she always helps me calm down. I started texting her and my mom to calm myself down and talk about what's wrong with me. And he snatched my phone, and he told me that I was acting and that I just want attention. And I was done. I got up, grabbed my phone, and I walked out. And I got detention for it, which is absolutely ridiculous, because a student was having a mental breakdown. The teacher didn't try to help or console them or send them to the counselor. And when the student tried to calm themselves down, you took their only outlet away. And then they walked out and got detention. How does that make sense? Like, maybe if you would have let me calm down, I wouldn't have walked out of your retarded class. And his class was English language arts, ELA or whatever. And I was horrible at it, because I don't like to write. Like, physically, I don't like to write. Sure, I'll write a long paragraph on Wattpad or something. Sure, I'll write on there, but I don't like to actually write. And writing is a crucial part in school. Mm-hmm. I know that. But it's just, hold on, be gone. It's just a problem I've always had. I never liked to write. And it was even on that little forum that said I had problems with writing and to give me some more time, but he never did. He never gave me more time. He always got mad at me when I was trying to avoid writing. And ELA wasn't even my worst subject, actually. It was and still is social studies. I freaking suck at history. Like, right now, if you ask me when the Boston Tea Party was, I'll probably say like 17 something because I'm stupid. I'm not good with history. The only history that I know, like, by heart is like the Revolutionary War, and that is because of Hamilton. If you make history fun for me, like make it into a rhyme that I can remember, or a game, I will probably remember it. But if you make it into like a little pamphlet or like a worksheet or a test or something like that, something that I don't like to do, then I'm not going to remember it. Then I'm not going to remember it. Because I'm childish. I preferred games. over learning regularly. And I know. I was always told to grow up. That this is life. Nobody's going to kneel down at your feet when you tell them to. And I know that. But just give me just something. Give me a few minutes. Give me something that'll make it easier for the both of us. You know? Like, alright, so the Jolly Rancher story. At least do something like that. If I do my work, and like if I do my work, yeah, give me something. Whether it be a small Milky Way or something, that'll encourage me to do it. Like it did when I was younger. Can you stop staring at me? Jesus. It'll encourage me to do my work. I mean, any kid will do their work for candy, right? Wondering what my fish is doing right now. But life has been interesting. Rough, but interesting. I need my water. Y'all really need to get some more water. I'm gonna throw away these corn dogs since I'm not gonna eat them. Because depression. So I'm gonna try to go back to bed. Reflect on my life and wonder why I'm still here. I need to take a shower too. There's something in my hair and I don't know what it is and I can't smell it. It's kind of alarming. But it's like it's sticky. Ow. Thanks guys for listening to my ranting. I just now realized I did not have a therapy appointment this week, which is probably which is probably the major reason why I actually broke down like that, is because I haven't had a therapy appointment. I'm gonna fucking confront my mom tomorrow or today, like, woman, you do not schedule another therapy appointment. What's the deal? Alright. Then again, I do have my therapist's number, so I'll probably text him tomorrow, see if he's free. Or today. See if he's free sometime today. Peace, peeps. Love you all. Thanks.